Good evening. My name is Steven. So my testimony comes from Wednesday, I think. I'm not quite sure. But I was in a parking lot working, talking to people coming, going out of stores. Well, mostly going out of stores. And so I've gone quite a long stretch of time without getting too many books out. So I was praying hard. I was like, Lord, please give me a blessing. It's almost time for it was almost time to pick up for lunch. And I was like, I want a blessing before lunch, Lord, please, in this parking lot. And so I go talk to this, there's a car sitting there. We kind of walk around and try to figure out where people are. And so we're always listening to hear what car is on. So I hear like an engine running, so I was like, okay, so there's a car that's on over there. So I go over, and sure enough, there's a lady sitting down, just relaxing. I'm not too sure. I think she was on her phone or something. So I try to go around, and I always try to get their attention first. You don't want to show up right next to them, and they get scared. So I'm just like, excuse me, ma'am, hello. So I'm doing that whole thing. And then finally, she kind of looks up, and then she still jumps. I was like, oh, oops, so sorry about that. I'm sorry, didn't mean to scare you. And so she's like, oh, that's fine. And then so I go ahead and talk to her a little bit. And at first, she seemed really, really skeptical of what we were doing. She was just like, she even mentioned, these days you can't really trust people too much and stuff. And so I was telling her, we leave her books on a donation basis. When a bookstore would be this much, people usually help from there. She's like, oh yeah. She says, I forgot what she said, but it was kind of confusing. I wasn't sure if she was accusing me or I wish I could remember it. Oh yeah, I think she said she was like, you're hustling or something. I wasn't sure if she meant I was trying to hustle her or I was just hustling, doing a good job. I wasn't quite sure what she meant, but either way, I was really careful trying to talk to this lady. But then she's like, oh, but show me some of the other books that you have. I was like, oh, okay. And so I go ahead and show her some more books. I had showed her some of the health book, but she didn't seem too interested in that. She just handed that right back to me. And she was looking at our devotionals and message books. I was like, okay, I'll just keep showing you those. And so I go ahead and show her, I think, 4 of them. And then she goes on to talk to me. She says, you can't trust people these days. And so, and then she kind of went on from that, and she said, I could have just driven off with your books. So, I realized that she was actually kind of trying to warn me instead of, trying to push me off. So I was like, oh, okay, so this is what she was saying. And so I tell her, she's like, how much is it for these 4? So I tell her just about how much people help out. She's like, oh, I don't know if I'll be able to do that much. But yeah, she was like, let me see what I have. And so she digs through. She finds 5s, 1s, 10s scattered kind of throughout. So she's counting up. I think she ended up with 34 or something. So normally for 3 books, it's a minimum of 36. But I was like, she was interested in the message books and everything. So I was like, I'll leave you with 3. And so I go ahead and leave her with let me see, it was The Steps to Christ. It was a question and answer book about the Bible. And then also a Desire of Ages. So I leave that with her. And then she's like, oh yeah, I'm so happy you came by because I'm trying to get back into my devotions. So these books will be a blessing for me. And I was like, amen. So glad to be here at the right time. So I go ahead and pray with her, encourage her to read the books, and telling her how much it's been a blessing for me, and I'm sure it would be a blessing for you as well. And so that was super encouraging. So I go on canvassing, and then in a few minutes she comes by again. She had gone into the store and come back out. And so she drives by again, and so I'm just like, oh, hello. Normally when people drive by, I just kind of wave, kind of I said thank you for the help. But then she stops. So I was like, oh, okay, yes. And she's like, I feel like I didn't give you enough for these books. And then she pulls out a little stack of 1s. She said, this is $10. I just, I could tell she was trying to find something. They were all in 1s. So I was like, oh, thank you so much. And at first I had shown her 4 books, and she wasn't able to do that much. I left her with 3. So because she gave me 10 more, I was like, oh, were you interested in that other book? She's like, oh yeah, I would, but no, I don't feel like I'm giving you enough. I was like, if you read it, I'm sure it'd be a blessing for you. That would be more than enough for me. She's like, oh, thank you so much. So I was able to leave her with 4 books, prayed with her, encouraged her, and hopefully, she'll be reading those books and be encouraged.
Amen. Amen.